Protests have been a challenge for the NYPD, and there are questions as to how the department handled them and how they will handle future protests. CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer has that story.
With protests erupting all over the city, some peaceful, some not, the actions of some cops are now under the microscope, especially videos showing the response of cops driving two police cars blocked by protesters was to step on the gas. Mayor de Blasio used it as an example of how the NYPD has to do a better job of disciplining officers who he called bad apples.
There are some that use violence when they shouldn't. There are some that are disrespectful to the people they serve. There are some that harbor racism in their hearts. These people should not be in the police force, and it's our job to get them out.
The strong words coming after a number of supporters wondered why a man who got into office as a police reformer hadn't been more forceful in denouncing questionable actions and for not taking steps to ensure that communities of color will be treated respectfully by cops and receive equal treatment.
I think some of the actions of the NYPD have exacerbated the anger. There are videos of some NYPD actions that are very disturbing.
Both the governor and the mayor talked of the need for swifter discipline. It took the NYPD 5 years to fire police officer Daniel Pantaleo in the Eric Garner chokehold case. CBS 2 urban affairs expert Mark Peters says he thinks the mayor's harsh words about the NYPD was an attempt to reassure protesters he understood their concerns about police brutality in the wake of the Minnesota incident.
I think it's an attempt to fix the really inappropriate comments that he made 2 nights ago, when he basically said that he saw that the NYPD was doing nothing wrong.
Both the mayor and police commissioner offered few details of how they plan to police the protests going forward, other than to say they will aggressively go after people who loot businesses.
We need the rest of the criminal justice system now to step in as well, and we need a deterrent, and we need, Marcia, consequences.
Since many people were not social distancing during the protest, the governor was asked the difference between a protest and a business that wants to reopen smartly.
You don't conduct business in a way where you have people within 6 feet. You have to wear the mask. You have to do the hand sanitizer. That's where we're going to be.
So is that okay then for businesses in the city?
Well, we're starting in phase 1 because, remember, you have congregate situations that you have to account for. It's not that people come from a helicopter and go into a business, right? People get on a bus, people get on a subway, people are on a sidewalk. That's where all these things are difficult.
New York City is still on track to start opening next Monday, June 8th. I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS 2 News.